Today's open house initiative is aimed at strengthening our engagement with the vibrant Indian community in the Bay Area and beyond.
We are at the University of Silicon Andhra, recently renamed as Arya University, right here in Silicon Valley. We have Consul General of India in San Francisco, Dr. Shrikar Reddy, and the Dean of Arya University, Mr. Anand Kuchibhotla. And it's a beautiful day because it is open house here, open house for all the community members right here in Silicon Valley who have had an opportunity of listening to our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji.
वो ही मेरा सामर्थ्य है, इसलिए मैं जहाँ भी जाता हूँ तो मोदी नहीं जाता है। हजारों साल की वेद से विवेकानंद की महान परंपरा को 140 करोड़ लोग उनके सपनों को लेकर के, उनको आकांक्षाओं को लेकर के मैं निकलता और इसलिए मैं दुनिया के किसी नेता को हाथ मिलाता हूँ ना तो मोदी हाथ नहीं मिलाता। 140 करोड़ लोगों का हाथ होता है तो सामर्थ्य मोदी का नहीं है, सामर्थ्य भारत का है। जब भी हम शांति के लिए बात करते हैं तो विश्व हमें सुनता है, क्योंकि बौद्ध की भूमि है, ये महात्मा गांधी की भूमि है, तो विश्व में सुनता है। और हम संघर्ष के पक्ष के है ही नहीं, हम समन्वय के पक्ष के हैं। न हम प्रकृति से संघर्ष चाहते हैं, न हम राष्ट्रों के बीच में संघर्ष चाहते हैं।
And wonderful messages by local community leaders amidst a beautiful event organized by none other than Consul General of India in San Francisco, Dr. Shrikar Reddy, who has given out highlights on some beautiful upcoming initiatives and the impact that the Indian community has made, plus our achievements at the strategic level, at our national level. Welcome to Yo India TV. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be covering consulate's events and learning about the new things. You have been very active. I've been seeing you since around, I think, 1.5 years or over. And the new office has already come up in San Francisco, and I'm hearing about a new office coming up in San Jose. Woo-hoo! That's a very welcoming move that I just heard. Tell us a little more about that.
First, greetings to all the viewers of the Yo India channel. I would like to thank Mr. Anand Kuchibhotla, CEO of Arya University, for hosting the open house with the Consul General today. So I'm very happy that a large number of members of the Indian community participated despite being a Sunday. And in addition to the discussions and suggestions from the Indian community, we have also screened the conversation of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji with Lex Fridman, wherein Honorable Prime Minister mentioned about how to make India a Vikasit Bharat developed country, and also the India-US partnership, how it is very important to take it forward. So all the members of the Indian community have appreciated the Prime Minister's conversation, and they're also coming forward to become partners in India's growth story.
And that what Bharat is a Vishwaguru and what could be the Bharat vision for the Vishwaguru, that is what Prime Minister Modi ji has effectively outlined. And it's very important and we are very proud of it. He had touched all the topics, including very sensitive topics, very much people always ask, including the Gujarat riots. He has very openly and very cleanly given the answers, and many times we get posed by such kind of questions. Now we can also effectively answer that.
This is Jasleen from Yo India TV, and it was really a pleasure and an honor to be here and to be hearing about the upcoming initiatives by the Consulate General of India to help more people out here in Silicon Valley. So thank you so much. Again, Modi ji's speech was also very, very inspiring and motivational. So thank you for playing that. You know, we had a dedicated time watching that. My question will be very simple and brief, because we feel so connected to our motherland, and like some other countries have made it possible to have dual citizenship. Is there any way that you can take this forward for us? This is something we will be really very be welcoming.
Yeah, thank you, Jaslyn and New India, for covering all the consulate events. So regarding your specific query regarding dual nationality, so these kind of demands have been raised with Indian leaders also. So I think they are, it is, government is aware of such demand, but I can't comment about the possibility or feasibility because government has to take into account a lot of consideration. I think even initially when the OCI card was given, at that time also these things were considered, and finally Government of India came with this Overseas Citizenship of India scheme, which is equivalent to better than a green card of US, because in the US green card, somebody also asked a question that if you don't stay more than a year, you lose the green card. OCI, once you get a OCI, it is permanent. So OCI and an Indian citizen, you have all the rights. Only thing is you cannot vote or you cannot get a government employment. Otherwise, or you cannot buy agricultural property. Except these things, the rights of OCI and an Indian citizen are similar. So I think OCI is a good thing, and somebody wants to become an Indian citizen after getting OCI card, somebody has to stay in India for 1 year and they can claim back Indian passport. So this is the current rules. Okay, thank you. Coming to some of the initiatives of the consulate, since I took over a year and a half ago, so we have done a lot of initiatives to streamline the consular services, including we have started opening of the consulate during holidays and Sundays, especially for 2 hours from 2 to 4. We have also released the emergency phone number on the website, wherein all the Indian community members, in case of emergencies, they can simply call the emergency number, come to the consulate and get an emergency visa or emergency passport. And now we are also trying to open a VFS center. Okay. Already we have one VFS center. VFS is a service provider which normally accepts the applications on behalf of the consulate and delivers to the consulate, and wherein we process the application. So now applicants have to come to San Francisco if somebody has to come personally, but we would also like to set up one more center in San Jose in the near future. But until such time, so today I propose to the community organizations that the consulate is willing to organize consular camps frequently, maybe on a monthly basis. Depending on the interest, we can also do twice in a month. But for that, the community organization should come forward and provide logistic support, including providing the venue. So then we'll be able to come and organize these consular camps.
Things I was discussing with CG while prior to coming here was that a lot of students who have come here to US, even though they have valid visas, recently I was engaged with two of them who had valid visas, came to San Diego for studying diamonds, something GSS Institute, went over the weekend to have marijuana puffs, and while coming back, CBP stopped them, smelled that they had taken marijuana. They were detained for a month in the ICE detention center. Finally, we were able to get them out and send them back to the country. So this administration is very serious about following strictly the immigration laws which should be followed. So I think some advisory to students and visa holders, whether it's a student visa, H1 visa, visitor visa, any kind of visa who are coming, to be more careful, to follow the laws more appropriately. I didn't know till this incident happened that in California, a citizen can take marijuana, but a visitor cannot, and it's illegal for visitor to smoke weed. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't do either.
Beautiful, and it was really very welcoming to see the conversations with different members of the diaspora, and you answered their questions very gracefully. So thanks to you. It was really very constructive session, and we learnt a lot about consular services as well as in fact some of the local laws of the land and back in India related to visa and other stuff, and we could leverage your intellect, I would rather say.
If somebody stays more than 1 year in India, so you lose your green card status. So there is a option, if you are going for more than 1 year, you need to take some permission. So you will get a permission for up to 2 years. If somebody is going, say for example, a student is going to India to study there, so they need to take some permission, they'll get a permission for whatever 2 years, 3 years, and on that you can come back. But for getting a citizenship, you need to have continuous stay of 5 years in the US. For that you need to consult the local immigration attorneys, they will be more, they'll know the local laws much better than I do, because I represent India, I know Indian laws, not the US laws. So in fact, I have a visa officer here, Harish, so you can guide her. I suggest you apply for your daughter for OCI card, but in case you want to apply...
I don't know whether she can apply OCI because my husband was born in Pakistan and then moved to the US.
Oh, okay.
But his whole family...
I know. US is a little bit difficult matter. You can see how we can help.
Okay,
Because one of the parents is a Pakistani, but my colleague will be there to tell you the exact rules.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And Anandji, thank you for graciously giving out your space here at Arya University. You've been a great host in the past as well. We've been covering consulate events at the University of Silicon, Andhra. So what's your take on today's session?
This is something wonderful. We always want to go to the consulate. Now the consular offices are coming to us, connecting. That means a lot for the community. And listening to Modi ji's speech is very inspirational.
मेरा और उनको बीच में जानने वाला कोई व्यक्ति उनको मिलता था 3-4 साल में, नहीं तो 50 बार उन्होंने कहा होगा मोदी इज माय फ्रेंड, कन्वे माय रिगार्ड्स। नॉर्मली बहुत कम होता है, यानी हम एक प्रकार से फिजिकली भले न मिले, लेकिन हमारे बीच का डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट संवाद या निकटता या विश्वास ये अटूट रहा है।
He said that you're a much tougher, much better negotiator than he is. He said this recently when you visited. What do you think of him as a negotiator? And what do you think he meant about you being a great negotiator?
अब ये तो मैं कह नहीं सकता हूँ, क्योंकि उनका एक बड़प्पन है कि वो मेरे जैसे आयु में भी उनसे छोटा हूँ। वो मेरी सार्वजनिक रूप से तारीफ करते हैं, अलग अलग विषय पर तारीफ करते हैं, लेकिन ये बात सही है कि मैं मेरे देश के हितों को ही सर्वोपरि मानता हूँ, और इसलिए मैं भारत के हितों को लेकर के हर फोरम में अपनी बात रखता हूँ।
Connecting back, Dr. Srikhar ji, university location is always here. We have, if the visa holders come or like in anything, we have rooms for them, and for the consular staff, different rooms. Anytime you want to host here, our facility is open, 100% to support at no cost to the consulate. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a generous offer. Thank you. Appreciated the role played by the large Indian diaspora in the US in strengthening the India-US partnership in all areas. The Indian diaspora, now which is 5 million strong, it has grown, if you see from the 2000 census to 2020 census, so it has grown out 200%. It was around 1.7 million in 2000, now we are close to over 5 million Indian diaspora. TRUST is an acronym for Transforming Relationship Utilizing Strategic Technology, which includes cooperation in the areas of new and emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, we have biotechnology, space and defense. But these are some of the, including 5G. So these are some of the technologies where we are looking forward for collaboration. And even the Prime Minister mentioned that the bilateral trade between India and US Already it is, US is the largest trading partner of India. We have a bilateral trade in goods and services which is worth $200 billion. But both leaders, they set a target of $500 billion by 2030. So it's a very ambitious target. And even US and India, we invest in each other countries. So US is the third largest investor in India. So they have invested close to $67 billion since April 2000. And in fact, India is also one of the largest investors in the US. So Indian companies have also invested over $40 billion in the US. And they have created over 425,000 jobs in the US.